Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Wednesday, the 15th of September, comes to you from London. And we're seeing a lot of green on the screen this morning in energy and some massive price rises here. We're seeing, for example, MBP up 15%, so that's really quite incredible. So let's take a look at the macro of the broader markets. Mix of red and green on the screen. We're seeing the dollar just sinking a little bit lower, so it's still just a mixed picture here. Long-term bearish, medium-term bullish, and short-term we're just moving back below the cloud, so bearish. So the situation on the dollar is just one of sideways, but we are gradually transitioning to a bullish situation. And looking at the euro, we're sitting at 118 against the dollar, just looking a little bit stronger, although medium-term bearish there. Against sterling, we're sitting at 138.31, and the sterling euro chart just below the 117 level, so just falling away a little bit there. Bitcoin recovering, it's at $47,000, so back into short-term bullish territory. The long and medium term targets are still there. $83,000 is the target. Looking at the S&P 500 index, we're down 0.5% yesterday. Just some signs here, just a little bit of weakness, but really the trend is still very much up on the medium and long term charts. We're just seeing short term weakness creeping in. Looking at the futures, we're seeing the S&P future down up 0.25% this morning, and the Nasdaq future up similarly, so it looks like the market will rise, and that's reflected in the VIX volatility just falling away to 18 here. Short term bullish still, but medium and long term the fear index is not a great worry. Seeing the FTSE future little change this morning, the DAX in Germany also little changed, and the CAC Quarante down 0.2%. Japan has given up some gains, had an amazing September so far, as we see here in those few weekly candles, but we're just down just 1%, but still looking very, very strong on that breakout. Hang Seng continues to be weak, down 1.8%, just looking a little bit worrying, and on the long-term cloud about to come bearish. Not many markets looking like that. China is looking better. And if we look at the Sensex in India, we're up nearly 1%, so looking strong there. Long-term upside target still there, 50% higher, so that's looking good. We'll look at the energy mix in a minute. Looking at some of the soft commodities, we've got wheat down 0.25%, and corn actually up 0.6%, taking it short-term bullish. Gold is just nudging the 1800 mark as we speak. It's just hovering around $1,800. So that's short-term bullish after yesterday's jump, but still really not a very clear picture at the moment. We've got to wait for a break to a higher high. Silver, whilst we're below that 24 mark, it's again not bullish on the short term. Palladium has recovered some ground, but is looking really weak, especially as we just go through that longer term cloud there. US 10-year yield sitting at 1.28%. They fell sharply yesterday. We went from 1.35 to 1.27, just really big falls there. So that's just falling back. We do have these upside targets though activated, but we are just falling back for now, so that's quite key. Looking at the energy mix, as we mentioned, so Brent crude, first of all, we need to break this 76.40 level to be convincing on eradicating this lower high. And then if we look at US nat gas sitting at 541, looking very strong here, just pushing higher all the time. These targets being met, so that's quite clear as well. And if we look at coal sitting at $131, so no real change there. We've got a new target to 140, 141 looks likely on coal, so another $10 upside. Looking at emissions, we're up 1% this morning, breaking that 60 euro mark and holding, so that's looking a little bit better. Just still short term, just rolling over a bit on emissions, and we do have some downside targets, but the long term picture is pretty clear. This pullback will lock this column here, giving us a new target as well. Gas prices continue to rocket. We've got MBP up 18% this morning as we speak, so really just going skyward. The same with TTF, so really looking very strong indeed. Looking at German power, we're sitting at 106.85, just really rocketing towards that 123 target. looking very, very strong. And we're seeing on the quarterly we're up 16%. So energy markets are just going nuts, really. Looking at the Nordic power price, we're at up 4% this morning, up 9% on the quarterly. So electricity markets all over Europe just rocketing, and even UK power just pushing higher all the time. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.